Okay, welcome everyone. Here we are for the Virtual Goddess Channeling and Alignment Circle. And today we are going to be um, deepening into our relationship with Gaia. And we'll be calling forth the Emerald Gaia, the Ascended Gaia, and the way that we will connect with her is inside ourselves. So that will be our journey today, connecting to the inner earth inside of us. And so that we can engage with the purest connection that we can have with our planet and with our home and with this living and breathing entity that is the earth, who is also going through her ascension process. She's coming into balance and transforming and raising her frequency. So we are along for the ride with her. And so the best thing that we can do is solidify our connection with her, to make that so strong, so unshakable, that no matter what is happening, no matter what shifts are going through, that are moving through the collective at a very accelerated pace, that we are grounded. So one of the main purposes of this circle today is to really ground ourselves into Gaia and to learn how to manage some of these symptoms that come up, which we call ascension symptoms, that occur when we are going through these transformations, these transformative processes that occur as we raise our frequencies to come into balance with Gaia. So that's what we're doing in this work. It really is a practice. It is a discipline and it's really not that difficult though. It's just something that we have to be consistent with, because the main work that we do energetically is to cultivate an energetic connection between our own physical vessel and the earth, the center of the earth. And we can do that energetically. We do that in our meditation in a way that is simple. And when we practice that, we can then release a lot of the distraction, a lot of this monkey mind, a lot of the kind of this nervousness, agitation, irritation, all of these kind of like grumpiness that comes up when we're going through our process. In that connection to the earth, we can release all of that into the earth, and she receives that density. And then in that way, the connection becomes clearer and clearer, because for her, it's just neutral energy. It's just energy, and it's recycled, and she uses it to revitalize herself. It's just, our energy is just part of the entire force field of Gaia. And so we can release that. And that creates space in our inner quantum field. And so then we have more clarity and a clearer connection and communication with Gaia. And then we can receive the this nurturing, healing, revitalizing energy that supports us and nourishes us. So that's our relationship with her. And it's a reciprocal relationship that we have with Gaia. So we are in our awareness of her, in our engagement with her, we're honoring her as well. And we are offering blessings, we're offering gratitude, we're aware of the way we exist on the planet. We become more aware, we become more respectful. The more we engage in this relationship, the more we are giving and receiving, this relationship becomes very real. And then we just naturally express respect. We naturally live in this interconnectedness with our environment. So that's what we're doing here today. And what happens is that when we are able to really solidify that connection, that unshakable connection to Gaia, it's like being completely rooted into the earth. And the winds may come and the storms may come, but those roots are firmly established deep into the core of the earth. And so we are less prone to the emotional ups and downs that that we can tap into when we get entangled in these different patterns, mental and emotional patterns. There's somebody else coming in. Okay. So let's all take a deep breath. Let's just go ahead and get started. And close your eyes and breathe. We're just going to breathe into the body, deep cleansing breaths into the body. Connecting with that pure energy of Gaia. So we're going to focus on the root chakra and make that connection. You see a connection from the root chakra, the base of the spine, going through all the layers of the earth and connecting with the diamond white core of the earth, the ascended earth, the crystalline grid of the ascended earth. And you just see that line of energy just securely fastened into the center of the earth. And as we make that connection, you can just feel some more stillness in the body. You can sink into the body and just feel the stillness inside of you. And just breathe out any kind of anxiety or nervousness. We're here to let go of all that and just have a safe space, just have this time together to do this work, to solidify this connection to Gaia that's going to support us in our everyday life, in all that we do. Breathe out. And focus on the heart area. Just focus on the heart and allow this earth energy to arise and enter into the heart area. It's pure vibration, nurturing, relaxation. It's like, I've got you. That's what Gaia says, I've got you. You're okay, you're safe. And we allow that earth energy to arise through our feet, into our legs, just cleansing, purifying. Rising up through all the energy channels. And so this is the connection. This is the foundation of all energy work, is this grounding into Gaia. And from this place, then we can begin to, it's all the static and all these emotional patterns and interference from the media, interference from other people's emotions and perceptions and events that occur in the outer world. All of this starts to settle out of us. We're no longer picking up all of these things. And then we're able to communicate with the upper world, with the beings of light, with the ascended masters, with the star peoples, the other star systems and galaxies that have these benevolent beings of light that are supporting us during this time, during Gaia's ascension process. And it's very subtle, that communication. We have to be very grounded. And that grounding gives us stability, gives us mental and emotional stability, so that then we can receive those transmissions and communications from beings of light, the Venus beings of light have been working very much with us in this circle. The Palladians, the Syrian goddess Stargate. So these are transmissions, frequencies of light that come forth in the quantum light practice through the light language, through color. And these frequencies come forth and start to match these energy centers in our body, and then they support us. As we raise our frequency, we're able to match these higher frequencies of light and receive this communication. And so that sensitivity that sometimes has been challenging to manage transforms into this communication. It transforms into this beautiful gift. And the experience of our own multidimensionality. So our own ability to move in different dimensions and choose the dimensions in which we play and live our daily lives. So let's take a deep breath and breathe out. And the main distraction that occurs is when we do not want to feel our feelings, when we have a hard time managing our emotions. And sometimes we don't even know that that's what we're doing. It's very unconscious. We just simply are unconscious we don't have the tools to process some of these strong emotions. Some of our shadow qualities come forth, and it's very sometimes challenging to face. You know, when we start to pull back the projections from the outer world and we see some things that we really don't like going on inside of us, sometimes it's challenging to face. So another reason why we have this wonderful support circle, because we can do that here. We're safe to do that here in this space. So let's take a moment to scan the inner field. So as we come into our grounding, connecting with Gaia, and then we call forth the cosmic light, coming in through the crown of the head, cleansing the third eye, the center of the head, the brain. We allow that light to flood in through the crown of the head. And we make the intention, the cosmic light is coming forth. Okay, and we're going to do a little clearing in the throat area. Because in this circle, no matter what is occurring in the outer world, no matter what is being told to us about what's happening, what we follow here is freedom. What we're following is freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom to be who you are, freedom to believe what it is you want to believe, say what you want to say, freedom. Think what you want to think, choose what you want to choose. So we're going to clear out any kind of vibration that might be, this fear of visibility is very strong. When we're afraid to express our opinion, afraid of being silenced, afraid of being persecuted. So that's one of the shadow qualities that's coming forth that has collectively fear of really being seen, because if you're really truthful about what you see and what you feel, you may be ostracized, you may be persecuted, you may be threatened. So that kind of energy is coming forth, and we've seen it throughout history. It's nothing new. It's a control energy. And it creates an obstruction between you. It doesn't really change anything. It doesn't, that energy, that harshness, that judgment, that aggressiveness does not change anyone's mind. It does not allow anyone to see more clearly. What it does is shut you down. And what happens is that then we are disconnected from the presence, from the divine presence. It creates an obstruction because it invokes, when we have an experience like that, the emotions that come forth are shame. We're ashamed of who we are. We're ashamed of what we're seeing. We're ashamed of what we feel. We feel that we're wrong. And that is the vibration that's coming forth for us to clear and complete. So you can bring forth a moment in your own life where you felt silenced, where you felt like you really couldn't, that it wasn't safe to really express what you thought or felt. Maybe there were times when you did express and you were rejected. You were ostracized. And these can be tendencies from the past, even from past lives, and it can be collective energies. And this vibration, this like energy of silencing, of shame, of persecution, it comes up it can come up in any situation. It's not about being right or being wrong at all. It can be used in any belief system, any situation. So we're just going to allow it to come up. To be seen, and it's fear. It really, all it is fear. When you want to control how other people think or other people see things, it's fear that is driving that behavior. So we're just going to allow that to be there. And I'm seeing it come forth as fear. And so we're just going to send it love. We don't have to fight it. We see it and we send love. It's a part of you that's integrating. And focus on the heart, on the throat. Focus on the throat. And see this emerald green, the Emerald Gaia vibration come forth to cleanse the throat area, all the communication. So anytime, especially, it's especially deep rooted when when we feel like we can't be ourselves with family, when we feel like we can't be ourselves with our partner, when we feel like we can't be our friends with, be ourselves with our work colleagues, where we express creatively. So that's what we're clearing, this very intimate censorship that we experience sometimes, even with the people we love most. So we don't allow them to see who we are because we're afraid that we'll be rejected. So this connection with Gaia, that is, again, so unshakable, so strong, and our own divine source, is that as that becomes stronger and stronger, that fear of expressing who we are dissipates. And all those patterns of hiding who we are, of not allowing ourselves to express who we are in our full glory, and in our fully empowered, all of that. We just allow that to come forth. So in alignment, when we're in alignment with Gaia, our own heart, and the divine presence, we can express who we are, and we just, like that feeling that we should shut down or we should hide, it really just starts to melt away. It no longer affects us because we're supported by this divine presence inside of us. It's an inner strength, and it's a mystical experience of being fully supported as we express ourselves in our own unique way, and then fulfill our mission in this incarnation. So clearing the throat, see that emerald green moving through the throat area. Awakening this multidimensional communication, these subtle communications with beings of light, with your own guides. So, maybe the lady next door doesn't understand you, and that's okay. You don't have a connection. Maybe she doesn't understand these purification processes that you're going through, or this communication that you're experiencing with ascended masters. But then you're able to go to these ascended masters who are mentoring you and connect with them in a way that's very solid. So take deep breaths, allow that clearing. Claiming our voice, claiming our place in the circle of ascended masters as equals, working with our mentors as equals. Receiving support, allowing us to be supported. I choose support. And then when we're in that place of alignment, the energy that we emanate out into the world is freedom, is support, awareness. And then those are the experiences that we attract into our lives. The people, places, and opportunities that match our vibration. And it all comes from really facing those lower frequencies that are lodged inside of us. And we can process, we can face what we need to face. We can be grounded, we can be connected to our physical vessel. We're not trying to escape. We're not escaping anymore. There's no escape. So we face what we need to face, these emotional challenges, you know, this experience of feeling silenced, this experience of physical oppression, you know, with all these restrictions that are happening in relation to the virus, you know, feeling these physical restrictions, feeling these obstructions in our energy field. So we have to face those feelings of being oppressed, that we use those outer experiences as a tool because it awakens those feelings. It awakens those feelings of oppression. And those feelings of oppression have a lot of baggage from the past. So we use this as an opportunity to excavate those energy patterns and allow them to come forth so that they can become conscious. That's the exciting thing. Like when we get that it's really not going to be over, it's not going to be like, okay, I can't wait until this is over. You know, it just keeps getting more and more complex. And so we have more and more opportunity to clear and transform. And when we get that, it becomes an adventure. You know, all that irritation, all the grumpiness, all the oppression dissolves. And then we can be like, bring it on, I'm ready. I choose alignment no matter what occurs. I choose alignment. Okay, so now we're going to move up into the center of the head, the third eye, and we're clearing propaganda. Clearing propaganda, if you choose. energy that's not yours, energy that's trying to convince you to think a certain way or see things a certain way, that has a hidden agenda. All of these things, very common. I mean, that's what advertising is. It's occurring all around us at all times. And so again, alignment so that we can choose, so that we're not just absorbing all this information and, you know, that we're blown about like a leaf in the wind, so that we can choose. We're going to clear it out. We're going to clear out what is not true for us. And that may be different for each one of us. But we become aware, are these my thoughts, or is this something that I'm absorbing from the news media? So let's just bring in that emerald light once again. And again, that emerald light vibrates at freedom. The emerald light vibrates at discernment and choice. So that's what we're receiving. So that's the energy that replaces this propaganda that's not ours. So that you can choose what's right for you and what is true for you. Again, it may be different for each one of us, how we're seeing things, but you have a right to see what you see, even if no one else in the world sees it the way you do. You have a right to see what you see. Okay, so that's freedom, that's choice. Light language transmission, just these sounds assist us in moving that energy out. Sokushwahasana kisano kuruahana chikisoku, sokursunoahana chikisokuruah shinikisokusurua. Sonokorahana isinakishno kosurahana chikisokusrua. Sukuaha ana chikisokusuna hushuaha ni shikisokusurua. Sanaha ni chikisonokorahana ini. And again, this is nothing new. It's not this new thing that's happening. It's something that we have in our system. That is obstructing our ability to experience ourselves as divine beings of light incarnate. So okay, so then we're opening up the Akasha with the god Thoth. He is in the Egyptian pantheon, Thoth, and he is the god of communication, and it's a masculine energy coming forth to assist us. And it's this opening of the Akashic records, you know, this pattern, this obstruction is being included into the Akasha, completing this pattern of being controlled, being manipulated, by this energy that's not ours, this foreign energy, control energy, fear energy. We're just allowing that to be included into the Akasha, completing those patterns with the assistance of Thoth. And there are some that may still vibrate in these patterns, and that's what they choose, and that's okay. But in this moment, you can choose. I'm completing that pattern. I choose empowerment. total faith in how you see, in your perceptions, and that you have the right, the divine right, to see what you see, to feel what you feel, to respond the way that you choose to respond. Freedom. And it's amazing when we do this work, when we're consistent with this work, we do really get into that space, authentic space of, you know, I don't give a hoot what anybody thinks about me. This is who I am. We no longer adjust ourselves in order to fit in order not to disturb somebody. We know how to manage our energy. And we can express ourselves and be ourselves in a way that's authentic and grounded. We no longer need that outer acknowledgement. The acknowledgement comes from inside. Bringing forth the Venus beings of light, and their energy is all about self-realization. The vibration of completely accepting and fulfilling your mission, your unique essence. And part of being you, of really, really accepting who you are and being who you are and fulfilling that expression in the world, there is the experience of detachment from the collective while being interdependent and engaged with the collective. So this is a activation, divine detachment. And it's the ability, the capacity to have detachment so that you can fully be yourself. And then when you engage with the collective, when you go in the group, when you when you're in a situation where there's a lot of people and group, the tribe, for example, you're a part of a tribe, you can be yourself. You don't have to adapt in order to be in that group. You remain in your true self, in your authenticity. And in that way, you are actually really contributing to the group. It's like the end of any kind of mob mentality, any kind of what is it called? Peer pressure. That's what it is. Peer pressure. The end of peer pressure. You are who you are, and you choose who you engage with. And when you engage in a group, you remain the same being that you are when you're by yourself. You don't have to adjust yourself or be different or keep this part of yourself hidden so that people don't know that you're really into that. And like, and it's a practice. It really is a beautiful experience when you can be authentic and that your outer world matches your inner world. You know, that gap closes and you're your true self in every situation. So cool. And so that's what divine discernment is. That's the activation that we're receiving today from Emerald Gaia. So So skuna no ana ni shiki ni chiki sunukura ha ana chiki sunuku sunoana nanani. Sunakaha shiki sunukoro ha na ya. Sunoaha shinaki sunukoro ana. Deep breaths into the third eye. So that you can become the fullest, ripest, most amazing you that you are meant to be. Like a rose blooms and opens into its full glory, the rose is a rose. The rose isn't thinking about what it's like for the daisy or what is it like for the violet. The rose is the rose, opening into her full glory. We don't have to compare ourselves. We don't have to censor ourselves. We can just be in freedom. So we're receiving this beautiful diksha, a blessing from the Venus beings of light. It's a rainbow ray coming in through the crown of the head. This light, this rainbow light, is just filling up any space that feels vulnerable in the inner quantum field, where there might be a leak in your energy, there might be doubt, there might be fear. So that this energy, the Venus light, the rainbow ray, is moving into your inner field and filling up any and strengthening the field with light, pure light. And you can feel it in the heart area. It's coming into the heart. Korchikite tekeseka surukahana chekesako surahana icheka surukahana asakorwa achikehe chekeseke sekesako surahana chikesakurwa hene chiniki chiki asakohana asana hinishinaha suruha chekesako surukorwa hanai chako ana sunako hashiko sukorwa. Just receiving that blessing from the Venus beings into the heart. So sono hashi susuaha kinichike and tarako hatnaya. So ko asa ishike so osorohono sanahasana eshike so kusuruaha shikiskuruaha no ko hatni ichiki eskrosorokoaha nai. And breathe deep. And feel your heart coming into alignment with the root chakra and the Emerald Gaia, the core of the earth. And then receiving that blessing through the crown of the head into the heart. Breathe. And in this way, you become a temple of light. Your physical vessel is your temple, with your spirit embodied within you. You stay in your body. Your spirit resides in your physical vessel. There's no need to escape. There's no need to disconnect because there's so much pain inside. There's clarity. And that is when you're in your power. When you are fully embodied and the light that is generated by that fusion of matter and spirit emanates throughout your inner field and out into the world around you. And this is when we experience magic and co-creativity. We're co-creating with the universe. The signals that we're sending out are clean, clear, filled with light and love. And that uplifts others, it supports others, it serves others. It's a ripple effect out into the collective. When we do this inner work, that vibration emanates out into the collective and supports others who are doing this work. You can get ready to shine. You can just feel another column of light coming forth through the sun, divine codes, the rainbow ray, receiving it again through the crown of the head. And this is sealing all the work that we've done. This divine blessing from the Divine Mother. Divine discernment. Freedom. Freedom to be who you are. Authentic expression in the world. Clarity. Stability. These are the divine qualities that come forth through alignment. We can see everything that's happening in the outer world. We don't have to hide. We don't have to dismiss. We can see, and we can choose what it is we allow to enter our field. When we can choose the energy streams that we function in, that we interact in. So that choice comes through alignment. And so we can stabilize in this state of consciousness of freedom and choice. It's an inner experience. It does not come from things changing in the outer world. It's an inner experience that is given to us through the inner divinity. So we can be in that state no matter what's happening in the outer world. That's the magic. And we can choose how we respond, what we want to engage with, what we don't want to engage with. Infinite choice. And then in that way, we create our world. We create our reality. We co-create our reality. And this is what they're calling the fifth dimension. When you hear channels or healers talking about entering the fifth dimension, that's what that is. It's a heaven on earth. We no longer really believe in, we just don't believe in the shadow. We integrate the shadow. And our experience of balance and the inner divinity takes precedence. It's stronger than the experience of separation. Heaven on earth. Freedom. So, offering gratitude to these amazing beings of light that came forth today, the divine masculine, Thoth, Yeshua, assisting us to come into balance with the masculine, the sacred masculine, and the divine feminine. The Divine Mother, the Sophia, Shekinah, Mother Mary, Anna, Mother Mary's mother, very powerful being of light, sending her blessings, or offering her blessings. Offering gratitude to Emerald Gaia, the ascended earth. As we become more and more aware, as we become more and more grounded, infused with divine light, receiving that nourishment into every cell of our body, this final blessing from the earth as we complete this transmission. Okay. So, when you are ready, you can come back to our circle. You can open your eyes when you're ready. So I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel so you can have access to it, and you can revisit what we did today and really strengthen that connection to Gaia. Every time we do this work, every time we go through these processes, we come into deeper alignment with who we are. So you'll have access to this probably tomorrow. And so enjoy. Does anyone have anything that they want to share?
It was so beautiful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I just want to ask, am I able to share, to post link for my healing event? Because I've got healing event next Saturday.
Yes, you can.
Yes, that's okay.
Post here in the chat. If you want to post a link, you're welcome to do that. Sure.
Thank you. Okay.